Okay, everyone, welcome to 2025, I guess. I'm going to try to lift the camera up because I'll probably put it back down as well whenever I actually start studying. But it has been definitely a while since I've been live here. I thought that I would start trying to go live once per week. And I thought, since I'm trying to also be consistent in my own language learning goals, you can see exactly what those were in my language goals 2025 video that I uploaded, I think, last month, more or less, on my channel. But basically, my main focus languages are going to be exactly what you saw in that video for, and also in this title, for Russian, Turkish, Arabic, and then if I can get to it, I would love to do some Spanish. Hello, Basma. It's so nice to see you. So, what am I going to start with? Because it's been such a wild ride just coming back to YouTube, and again, not really uploading longer term videos regularly, but I would love to do these lives more regularly, at least, just to make sure that we are not losing contact or anything as I get my whole language life together. So, actually, I'm going to show you guys my notes because I have just been putting pen to paper, and usually I am a pretty big, like, physical notes person. So this is my Russian I need to staple these together actually, but these are my Russian notes that I have been using. I've actually been using Red Kalinka's course, which if you do all of the videos, it has 150 videos. And then you also get, I think, private tutor access through email, which I have not taken advantage of yet. But if you do all 150 videos in order, then you will reach a B1. So I'm hoping that with the more abundance of time that I have, at least for these first 3 months of the year, that I can get through those 150 videos and really feel solid at a B1, because I am hoping to travel more, and I do hope, if I can, take a actual B2 Russian language course in person. So these are the beginnings of my Russian notes. Yeah, thank you, Basma. Yes, I've been missing you guys too, honestly. Like I was like, what can I do with them live that will actually last a little bit more and where I feel a lot less pressure to have something really formal prepared, right? Because sometimes I just want to hang out and I want to dedicate a lot more like actual sit down time to language learning, which I'm doing right now with you. Yes. Hi Diego, ¿cómo estás? ¿Y todo bien? Yes, y sí, para contestar tu pregunta, sí, por supuesto que puedo hablar en español porque es uno de mis idiomas en el que voy a enfocarme, especialmente pues hoy, pero también tengo planes de aprobar el examen DELE C1 en abril. So for anyone who has not understood what I was just telling Diego in the chat, I am studying Spanish, hopefully, as part of my sort of sit down hour long or even hours long, let's see how I go, or how long I go, hours long study session, if I can get to it, because I would like to pass the DELA C1 exam in Spanish. And maybe when I'm traveling, I can find one of the centers. Usually the Cervantes Institute gives those kinds of exams. But I've literally been talking in it every day, thanks to a dear friend of mine who also is a native speaker. So in love with it, savoring every bit of it. But I am also trying to introduce like 3 other languages into my routine. Thank you, Diego. Muchas gracias. So I was just showing everyone my Russian notes. Hopefully I'm going to finish that course because that's the only thing that I'm going to do for working on Russian for these next 3 months. Then for Turkish, I'm actually just using the Istanbul textbook series, which again, I am really familiar with the series. I've already used it. You'll see a pattern here with all of my main focus languages. I literally just stick to one resource and I go through all of it. Maybe that is the perfectionist in me, but I also think it's a good idea to not overwhelm myself with so many resources, right? If I'm focusing on 4 languages, why do I want to use like 10 resources for each language? That would be like 40 if we were counting, and that's just too much, at least for me. You do you, but that is just overload for me, especially with the time that I have and can dedicate to this. These are actually my notes from Mango Languages, which this is all for Levantine Arabic, by the way. Oui, je parle aussi un peu de français. Yep. But I am putting French on the back burner for now. It's literally a language that I just don't feel like I have time for chasing these other four. And I don't even teach it anymore. So kind of makes me sad, but my passion for these other four languages are, I guess, making up for having to put French, maybe even for next year or the year after, but still love it. Yes, Diego, my native language is English. So again, thank you guys for all of the questions in the chat. Keep them coming. I will look at the chat every now and again. So as I was saying, for Mango Languages, this is a great website for really gathering the basics, more or less, of a lot of languages, including a lot of languages you don't really hear much about. I can't really find a lot of really good resources for Levantine Arabic that are structured, and Mango Languages, especially if you're a beginner, has been the best starting point for me, as well as for reviewing. So these are my notes from that. And then I'm actually going to start, these are my other notes that I took yesterday, because I did about an hour and 30 minutes for Arabic yesterday, but I am really hoping that I can actually move through Mango Languages and then also move through a series called Minerva. Well, it's published by Minerva Publishing, but it is a Levantine Arabic full language course, like textbook language course, that apparently gets you up to B2. So I'm not expecting to get through all of that in the next 3 months. If anything, I was probably between an A2 and B1 in Arabic before I took a break with it, even like 2 years ago. So I'm really just refreshing through those textbooks, and then I'll really probably, I'm on book 1 right now. When on book 2, I'll probably catch up to the level that I was at anyways, and then just be learning a lot of new stuff. And I won't be able to get through the books as fast just because it'll be a lot of new stuff that is coming at me. Yes. Yeah, so Basma, Arabic is on my list for studying today. I've been going back and forth with it for I don't even know how long, ever since I was in Germany, which was back in 2018. But I did take many, many breaks because, again, Arabic has been one of those languages that has really blocked me mentally, and it really triggered a lot of my perfectionist side as well. And it was a really different language from what I had learned in the past. So I didn't really stay consistent with it, let's say, in other words, for that same reason. But I feel like I have a lot more of a healthy relationship with all of these languages at this point, because I know that I can dedicate a lot more time to them now for this year. And in the past, really in these last 3 years, I haven't been able to. Yes, Diego, I love German. Actually, German is my favorite language. Believe it or not, I know that not a lot of people will say that, but it has been my favorite language and probably will remain my favorite language for forever, because it, luckily, I mean, I started learning it at a really vulnerable time in my life when I was very lost, directionless, having some depression, and that was the very first language that introduced me to language learning, and also why I'm here, to really give me the confidence to learn other languages. So thank you for the question. Smart notes, Basma, I don't really know if I'm taking smart notes. Because what I'm saying is, what I usually like to do is, there is I think I privated the video, but I did make a video on strategy when I was focusing more on strategy for language learning in the past on the channel. And I was talking about the notebook method. So basically, writing down by hand what all new vocabulary or review vocabulary I've been doing. So I don't know if this is called smart notes though. Like, I literally just put the date And I probably don't do more than covering maybe 2 pages per day. And I always, during the next study session, review everything that I have written down. I just especially say it out loud since it is in Arabic and another script. And then I just continue on with my notes. So what I'm going to do today is basically write my date here after I review. You're going to hear me talking out loud as well in a few minutes when I start my study session, and then just write the new date and start taking new notes. Yes, Diego, ich lerne Deutsch seit 3 Monaten. Das ist toll. Oh, wonderful, Diego. That's awesome. Das ist wunderbar. Ich freue mich auf deinen Fortschritt. Yeah. I am looking so forward to your progress because, I mean, it seems like German has gotten a lot more popular ever since I started learning it myself, probably in 2015. So it always makes my heart really happy to hear that that other people are learning it and that there are so many more resources out there for German. Not that there weren't before, but a ton for learning German, especially on your own. All right, you guys. So, hi, Jaden. Nice to see you. I just got done ranting to everyone about what I am doing with all of these 4 languages and what I'm planning to do. Yeah, Basma, nice. Joining the German Learning Club. Hello, XO Jassy. How do you keep them all organized when you do notes on loose leaf paper? I know it's a lot. It's funny because I have so many notes handwritten from previous years that I haven't looked back on, specifically because if I know that the notes are not fresh, it just bothers me to review them. So usually when I write notes down and I stick with reviewing them every day, I know exactly in what order they come in. I'm not saying that that's the best way to take notes, but it's been the best, most simple way for me to do so, at least for this period, ever since I decided that these 4 languages would be my focus languages for this year. So basically what I am going to do is I need to find a stapler because right now, like, all of the notes are separate. But I basically read through everything that I have gone and done pretty much for the last few days, just as a review, reading everything out loud. And then I keep on continuing. And I'm going to do all of these notes for the next 3 months, again, because I'm using different script, especially for Russian and Arabic. So I really need to handwrite everything that I do. Turkish, they still use a lot of Latin letters, but it's still really helpful for me to write everything down. So thank you for your question. Not the most organized person on the planet with taking notes, but yes, that's what I'm doing. Yeah, Jaden, I want to start learning languages, but I'm stuck with the idea of just starting. But I've also never learned another language before. Yeah. You should tell me which one you're thinking about starting with, even if you feel stuck. And it's interesting that you say you feel stuck. I feel like I work with a lot of language learners who feel the same way, no matter where they are in their language learning stage. And it's really interesting to see all of the different layers, maybe even some of the subconscious layers or subconscious layers that people have experienced and discovered with me, because I am also a language learning coach, to really discover what will work for them in language learning, right? Ultimately, to get them to the point of what will give them confidence that lasts, truly. I have also, with my own confidence, I am regaining it even just through like taking these notes and broadcasting even what I'm doing. Because believe me, I'm not having any sort of fancy method. I'm literally just taking notes and having fun in the process. So yeah, but Jaden, let me know which language you're looking at. All right, you guys. So what I'm going to do is start probably with Arabic, because that makes the most sense for me and that gets me the most excited. Let's see. And I'll probably adjust this right here just so you guys know that this is what I'm doing. I apologize for all of the sunlight in the back, but this is what we're working with. So I'm going to be starting. We're going to write our date, and you guys are going to be hearing me just like speaking randomly because I love to read out like all of the notes that I've been taking. Let's see. And if you guys are studying yourself, feel free to get your notes out as well. I also have a bowl of fruit, my favorite fruit, which is pears, because I always advise language learners to always have something that brings them a little bit of joy during their study session. So food always does it for me. Okay. Es el 14, yeah, 14 de enero de 2025. Okay. اثنين أحد الأحد الجمعة بشوفك على الجمعة بشوفك الجمعة شكرا مساء الخير مساء النور بفهم عربي شوي بحكي عربي شوي الولايات المتحدة الأمريكية عن إذنك عفوا كيف حضرتك عزيزي ليلى تشرفنا الشرف إلي شو اسمك الكريم اسم العيلة من هذا من هي مرتي هذا جوزي أنا صحيح محامي رسام شو عنوان حضرتك لو سمحت شو عنوانك شو رقم التليفون شو إيميلك شو رقم تليفونك قديش عمرك 12 اليوم 3 أيلول بيت المدير طيب بكفي الدرس الأول الدرس الثاني الدرس الثالث هيك الدنيا اليوم وكيف عندك شو في جديد هيك الدنيا اليوم كيف عندك شو في جديد جار جوار جيران والد الأولاد وشي مو عندي المصاري مش عندي المصاري عند الجيران المفردات الجديدة البطلة ديار مبسوط من شغل البيت عشان شاطرة كبريت دفاتر وين أولادكم انتو هي السيارة هذا الكتاب هدول الأشياء أهلا وسهلا أهلا فيك تمام Okay. So I'm actually going to show you guys what textbook I use. Let's see. It's this one. So I always keep all of my digital textbooks in Google Drive, actually. So I have everything in one place. And then I wonder, is this gonna work? Let's see. This is my drive for languages. So when I was, you guys see what is on my language list, but Arabiye, and then I have all of this here for Arabic. But as I said, I'm only sticking to one thing. So Minerva Publishing is what I'm going to do. And then I have book 1, book 2, book 3, and then I think this is book 4. And then the rest of these, I think this is a copy of book 3, but then this is the audio for book 4, which is the hardest and kind of gets into B1, B2 territory. So I'm going to go to this one first. Y voy a tomar por donde me quede. ¿Dónde está? Let's see. So we'll start right here. So yeah, this is what it looks like with all of the text. And again, unfortunately, this does not have any Arabic script. However, it is very, very helpful for knowing where the emphasis is. I used to be very adverse to even wanting to use textbooks that did not have Arabic script specifically, but I actually really think that this is super, super helpful. So I digress. Anyways, that is what I'm using for now, probably for the next 2 hours, because again, this is the book that is the easiest, and it is a little bit below my level, but I'm just using it for review. So just to let you guys know what I am up to. I wonder if I can scoot this out a little bit too, so I'm not like hunched over at the camera. Okay. Oh, I love all the languages that we're learning. Yes, Jaden. So interested in Thai, also Spanish, more Asian languages. Yeah, that's interesting. I wonder why you're stuck with the idea of starting. What have you looked at any resources that would be available for those languages? Let me know. All right, you guys, I am going to go back to full-on concentration mode. So I probably will not be looking at the chat for a while. Again, you guys pop in and out. I will literally just be here studying and then checking in with you as well. If you have any questions, comments, let me know. But you're just going to hear me talking a lot, reading a lot for Arabic. All right. Let's see. البيت حلو، الوالد صغير. صغير 21 منيح نكتب مثل امبارح من كتابه شغله منيح بيتنا كبير بيتنا في حيفا كبير Yeah, you guys, and since I am using a textbook for Arabic right now that doesn't have the script, what I do is I have to use Reverso Context, which is a great online translation sort of dictionary. But I do use everything between Spanish and Arabic because, and I'll let you guys see here, because that is my most advanced language of all the languages that I am making, including in my assessment today. So let's see how one of these words is actually written in Arabic script, because I do not want to get it wrong. عشان إيش؟ على إيش؟ أنت مبسوط من إيش؟ من كتابي. هل كتاب منيح؟ وين البيت جديد؟ وين البيت الجديد؟ بنتك بدها مصاري؟ بدنا دفاتر، كل واحد عنده دفتر كافي. مساء الخير، مساء النور، أهلا وسهلا، أهلا فيك، تفضل فوت، شو بدك يا هي؟ بدي منك بدي منك إشي صغير. في عندي كبريت في البيت. ما عندي كبريت في البيت. في عندك؟ آه. تفضل. كافي. ده كمان إشي تاني. سلامتك. كيف ابنك التاني في المدرسة؟ منيح الحمد لله. كمان البنت في المدرسة بس كل هذا بده مصاري. مشان إيش المصاري؟ عشان كوتو والدفاتر كل يوم كتاب جديد، وكمان دفتر وكمان دفتر مش ممكن. بس أنت مبسوط من المدرسة من الولاد؟ كتير مبسوط منهم. شو بدك أكتر من هيك؟ الحق معك. الحق معك. الدرس هذا صحي ولا السحاب. Just checking in with you guys. Hello, Louise. Hola. Yeah, Jaden, I am reading your comment. I started Thai with a tutor. Oh, that's great. I canceled. I want to try self-studying, but I'll have to find the materials. Yeah, for Thai especially, Thai doesn't seem like a language that has like as many resources as maybe German does, for example. But I mean, I've always managed to find YouTube, honestly. Anything with YouTube, even though it might not be the most organized channel, it could be, but sometimes with certain languages, and I definitely have to do this with Arabic, like what I can get is what I can get. But I do understand that that is discouraging. However, I do wonder what, especially since you're a beginner, usually there's a good amount of things for beginners for any language, at least from what I can find on YouTube. Usually when you get up in level, then it's a little bit harder. Let's see. All right. And اليوم لا مش مثل امبارح كل شي بده وقت. يعني مش صعب كتير. انت تعبان؟ الوالد شاطر كتير مش مثل في المدرسة. من شان مين هالكوتو؟ من شانه ولا من شانك؟ من شاني. Checking in back and forth between my textbook online and you guys in the chat. Luis, sí, hablo español. Como expliqué a dónde está, a Diego, porque también es de un país hispanohablante. Sí, el español es uno de mis idiomas que voy a estudiar hoy. Exacto, es mi idioma más avanzado. Let's see. Yeah, you guys keep on letting me know. I love all of the engagement in the chat too. Let me know if you have any more questions. I think I'm going to study for about 15 more minutes, and then I'm probably going to get a snack. I'm trying not to go too long without a little bit of a break. هذا مش كتير. شغلك منيح، شغل منيح. بدي كمان كتاب. هو ساكن مع والده ببيت بالبيت جديد. شو بدها؟ عشان إيش؟ مشان إيش بدها مصاري؟ مع مين الحق؟ أنا ما مبسوط معها منك. الوالد عنده كتب ودفاتر، وهنا كافيه للمدرسة. بدك كمان كتاب؟ لا ما بدها. بدكن شغل أو مصاري؟ ما بدنا مصاري، بدنا شغل. في مدرسة كبيرة هون. عندك مصاري أكتر مني. هيدا مشاني. إيه، هيدا مشانك. عنده مصاري أكتر من كل الجيران. وعندي وقت هلأ. عندي بس كتب صغير. أنا تعبان. تعبان من إيش؟ الدرس الخامس. الدرس الرابع. الدرس الخامس. أخت لازم مش لازم. بعدين بلاش. عشان مريضة. دكتور. كرسي. تعال. جريدة. هناك. كويس شوي. يا يوسف تعال لهون. شوفي يا بابا. روح جيب الدكتور من شان أختك. شو هي مريضة؟ لا مش مريضة، بس مش مبسوطة شوي. روح قوام لعند دكتور. روح قوام لعند دكتور. قول دكتور تعال لعندنا. مريم مش مبسوطة. طيب قول دكتور. هيو تفضل يا السيد. إلا فوت. كيف حالك؟ الحمد لله. كيف حالك انتي؟ وكيف حال بنتك؟ يعني تعال شوف انت وقولي كيف حالها. وقولي كيف حالها. كيف حالها؟ وينها؟ هون في الأوضة. تفضل فوق. يا مريم تعالي. روحي جيبي كرسي من شان أمك. وين الجريدة؟ عالكرسي. لا يمكن عالطاولة. لا عالكرسي ولا الطاولة. معليش. بدك جاب جريدة من عند الجيران؟ أيوة هي فكرة كويسة. بنتي روح هلا عجبلك هالجريدة. لا بلاش. ما تروح هلا. بتروح بعدين. مبلا بروح هلا. بده يروح هلا عشان بده يشوف أولاد الجيران. طيب روح بس قوام. أنا كمان بدي روح على المدرسة. مم. مبلا. Okay, so I'm actually going to take some of my pair for right now. All right, catching up with the chat. Yeah, so Lewis said, yes, sí, de Venezuela. Ajá. Empecé mi trayecto en 2018, pero tomé muchas pausas entre aquel entonces y pues esta semana. No sé si hice como o si publiqué algo sobre mi viaje a Perú, pero todo este año no había estado aprendiendo ningún español hasta el punto en que decidí ir de viaje. Sí, así que este viaje de hecho me animó mucho a mejorar mi nivel en español, repasar, pues de italiano, revisar lo que se me olvidó en cuanto a mi español, sí. Y también quiero aprobar el examen de DELE, ¿sí o no? En abril. Yes. And what Arabic dialect am I studying? So I'm actually studying Levantine, and my textbook is in, well, it's more, I think, Palestinian Arabic, but it tells me a lot of the Syrian and Lebanon differences, which I'm not very good at memorizing, but anyways, yeah, so that is the dialect that I'm learning. Yeah, but yeah, you guys tell me as well, what are your language study plans? Do you have any? Are you taking a break for right now this week? I'm going to enjoy my snack and then get back to learning with my textbook. Mm-hmm. Welcome, Bruno and Fiona. Again, going back to what is all happening. Masha, hello. Thank you for your kind words. For Bruno's question, I only speak like maybe what I learned from Pimsleur from the very first level, which is, for those who don't know, sort of like an audio program where you can shadow the pronunciation. So, no, I do not speak a lot. I did, however, when I was really getting into dabbling in Brazilian Portuguese specifically, I did have a lesson entirely in Portuguese and a little bit in Spanish because I kept on mixing some of the words up because they're so similar. No English, so it worked out. Fiona said, any thoughts on choosing a Spanish dialect to study? Oh my goodness. So that's one of the things that was really hard for me and what really fascinated me about Spanish. I think for me, that's probably the hardest thing about Spanish, not really the language itself, but the fact that there's so much variety in the way that people speak in each different Spanish speaking country. I personally have found as a native English speaker that understanding Mexican Spanish and Colombian Spanish has been the best for me if we're looking for really good listening comprehension. And also, there's a good amount of resources for practicing those, as well as Spain Spanish. But I'm not honestly a fan of that dialect. It just doesn't sound really nice to me. So I definitely, when I was choosing, it was half, okay, what is aesthetically appealing to my ear? And then the other half was what is going to be really useful for me? Because the fact is, where I am in the US and also where I grew up, which was in Arkansas, as well, more in the South, there were a lot of Mexican Spanish speakers. So it just kind of made sense. So really think about what you want to prioritize, because I mean, I've heard Puerto Rican Spanish, Panamanian Spanish. All of it sounds really beautiful, but it's very, very different. And I really I kind of wanted to concentrate on kind of like a neutral sort of accent. I mean, and I guess an actively focus on a neutral sort of accent, which is a little bit, according to what natives have told me, it does sound a little bit like Spain Spanish without the pronunciation for saying all of the C's, which is what I pronounce, but also passively understanding the slang of different countries. Obviously not everything, because there's so much, and also things that are pretty innocent to say in one country are pretty vulgar to say in another country. So I usually try to maintain a passive understanding, but I don't at this point really use a lot of slang in Spanish, if you know what I mean, because there's so much variety. But good question. All right, going back, here we go. I have a little over an hour still for Arabic. Let's see. But yeah, you guys, thank you so much for your comments. Keep them coming, and I will get back to you after I take another break. بده يروح هلا عشان بده يشوف أولاد الجيران. طيب روح اسقوا. Enjoying my snack as always. بدي روح على المدرسة. لازم أجيب جيت أشوف أجيب أجيب تجيب بتجيب بتجيبي تجيبي أجيب بجيب تجيب بتجيب قول دكتور إنك قول منك لإنك قول لإنك قول لي بقول لك بجيب بشتغلك بدي أقول لك لازم أقول لك Whew. ساكن في حي الديور الحي أولاد في المدرسة بروح على المدرسة أمك في البيت فوت على البيت. يا مريم لازم تجيبي كورس. لازم تجيبي كورس. تجيبي كورس بدك تجيب كمان كورس. لا مش لازم. تعلم مع أختك. لازم تجيبي كورس. بدي أشوف بنتك. عنده شغل منيح وكل تجي وصالي عالبيت بدك تروحي معاي بدك تروحي ما بدك تروحي المرة بدي إياها معه أنا كمان بدي أجيب مصاري لأمي لازم يجيب دكتور لازم يجيب دكتور هسا بيجيب الجريدة لازم نشوف المدرسة بده يروح لعند الجيران Merhaba Ali Bey. Çok teşekkürler. Yeah, for those, I'm checking the comments again. For those who are wanting a translation of what I'm saying, I really don't know if there's a way to turn on automatic translation. I'm sorry, Asfikti, for the person that wrote me in Arabic here. All right, but I am heading towards 50 more minutes of Arabic. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a break, and then it's on to Russian. بده يروح لعند الجيران. بيروح بكرة. بيروح بيروح على المدرسة بكرة. بيروح على المدرسة. ليش بدك تروح لهناك؟ بدك تشوفي بنتك. لازم نجيب الدكتور. هلا بجيب الجريدة. لازم يشوف المدرسة. بده يروح لعند الجيران. بكرة بيروح على المدرسة. ليش بدك تروح لهناك؟ تشوفي بنتك بكرة بتشوفي بنتك. بدي أشوف، بدك تشوف، بدك تشوفي، بدي أشوف، بدي أشوف، بدك تشوف، بدي تشوفي، بدي تشوفي، بده أشوف. بدي أجيب. أنت بدك تجيب. أنتي تجيبي. أنتي بتجيبي. اليوم وبكرة. يا يوسف، هلا لازم أروح على المدرسة. بكرة راح بكرة بروح على المدرسة. بدك تشوف بنتي معها بنت. مريم بدك تروحي على المدرسة معنا؟ لا، بروح بعدين. ليش؟ لأنه أنا مشغولة. يا ولد، مش لازم تروح عالبيت الجيران. مش لازم تفوت عالبيت الجيران مع ولحة. ما بدي روح عالمدرسة، بدي روح حيفا، على حيفا. ماشي، روح على حيفا مع أختك. روح مع أختك على حيفا وجيب لي جريدة من هناك. ما لازم نشوف هذا عالطاولة. روح لعند أمك. يا ماما، فوتي عالبيت. فوتي عالبيت. هلأ لازم نروح عالمدرسة، بكرا بروح عالمدرسة. بدك تشوف بنتي؟ هي مش في البيت. مش في البيت. يا مريم، بدك تروحي معنا عالمدرسة؟ بروح بعدين. ليش؟ لأنه أنا مشغولة. يا ولد، مش لازم تفوت على بيت الجيران. ما بدي روح، ما بدي روح عالمدرسة، بدي روح على حيفا. طيب، روح مع أختك على حيفا وجيب لي جديد من هناك. مش لازم نشوف هذا الطاولة. مشغولة. بتشوف بنتي؟ All right, checking the comments here in our chat. Dragon Void, nice to see you. Jaden, yes, probably I'm going to be here, at least for the next 2 or 3 hours when I have my other languages here. Yes, hello, Niharika. Tell me if I'm pronouncing your name right. Welcome, welcome. Again, let me know if you are actually studying with me or if you're working on something else. All is welcome. Again, I am really trying to be consistent with my language studies, and you guys are holding me accountable, especially on live. So I have about 35 more minutes for Arabic, but I will be back and we'll switch languages after that. تفوتوا تفوتوا لازم تفوتوا بدكم تفوتوا هلا تفوتوا لازم تفوتوا هلا تفوتوا. المصري نص عم عشان أحسن عم أحسن أضمن إنه حتى عشان احتيارية إمتى بكرة بعد زور يكون موت دايما احتيار يزول كن يكون موت يموت دايما يموت. يا موسى انت بدك تروح على القدس، ليش؟ لأني بدي أروح معك. أهلا وسهلا. إن شاء الله. الله. إن شاء الله. يا موسى انت بدك تروح على القدس، ليش؟ لأنه بدي أروح معك. أهلا وسهلا. روح بكرة إن شاء الله. بدي أشوف عمي هناك. عمك ساكن في القدس؟ من زمان. دايما بقولي لازم تزور، لازم تزور عمك ختيار قبل ما يموت. بقولي لازم تزور عمك الختيار قبل ما يموت. قديش عمره؟ 90 سنة. يا سلام، مش قليل. إن شاء الله ما يموت قبل ما تروح على القدس، عشان هيك بدي أروح بكرة. طيب بكرة نروح سوا.
لازم نروح على المحطة في باص بعد شوي، لازم نكون في حيفا قبل الساعة 9، قبل الساعة 9 وبعدين نروح على النص. قديش الساعة هلأ 7 كمان، عندنا وقت بدنا بس نص ساعة من هون، بس نص ساعة من هون لحيفا. معليش أحسن نروح هلأ. وقت 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 إيه؟ وقت درس، وقت درس، وقت كتير. بالصوت قليل.
Okay, you guys, I have done 2 hours of Arabic with my textbook. Nice to see you, Jaden. Glad you're back. So I'm going to take a little rest because my eyes are feeling it. But I did get through at least 2 chapters. I got to write a lot in Arabic, which is really helping me. It's all coming back ever since I took a really big break from it. And I am happy to report that I feel productive about Arabic. I am going to start booking classes again with one of my favorite tutors very, very soon. I took advantage of his Black Friday sale, so I'll be able to book more classes with him. I have a 20 lesson package, so that should really help within within this first half of the year. I am planning to study Arabic in person at an institute. It's going to be really intensive. I think about 4 hours a day, Monday through Thursday, more or less. I think there's at least like 19 hours per week for studying Arabic, and then we have a lot of cultural programs afterwards, activities that have to do with immersing in Arabic. And I should also be staying with the host family, so I am definitely trying to review all that I can for Levantine Arabic, and then also start studying formal MSA Arabic, because I know that they're going to have more of a combined curriculum for the two, and I would really like to get into their intermediate course so I can be a high intermediate once I do graduate from the program. That'll all be coming around September, so I do have a lot of time. However, that doesn't really seem like a lot considering that I'm doing a lot, both inside and outside of language learning, but this is a good start. I do want to, well, ideally I would do about 2 hours a day. Now that I do have a really free and flexible work schedule, but I know that I will definitely not get to that. ideal, but won't happen. So doing the best, but sometimes I do get to it, like today for 2 hours, and I'm really excited about it. So I am going to change it up a little bit. Put this to the side. I'll actually show you what I wrote down too. So I did, here is, it's going to be reverse, but here is today's date. And then there were a lot of basic things, worked a little bit on prepositions. And then I have a whole area for prepositions. Sometimes I revert back to different pages whenever I see something random in a textbook and it falls under a specific category in my notes. So I always make sure to have a really nice area in just included in here in case I need to add more to the list. Wrote down some more questions. I did get a little bit more into grammar today, which is really nice. Some more prepositions, example sentences, and then I did my conjugations for to live and to die or to visit and to die, because that is what the unit in the Arabic textbook introduced to me today. So reviewing all of those feels kind of weird to write in Arabic again after not really writing it in it for a really long time, but it feels good. And I don't feel like I really forgot that much. At least it's pretty easy to refresh. So I'm going to show you guys what I have here. Again, these don't look very different from my Arabic notes because I am not a color coding note taker, and I am a very simple note taker. So I did start this course that I'm about to show you on the computer actually on the 8th of this month. So they're pretty new, and I'm literally starting from the very beginning, like A1, even though I would say my level without really studying and taking a big break from the language would be more of an A2, B1. But again, you can never really stop reviewing. It always helps. So this is what I've got so far. Even some of the pronunciation for the letters in the alphabet of the Cyrillic alphabet. And then I have really just basic professions for vocabulary, which I need to review again. So I'm hoping for, again, because just having notes and looking over them is not going to help me produce the language actively. So I am thinking about when I can do at least, well, at most, let's say, because there's a lot going on in my life, but at most 1 lesson per week in Arabic, 1 lesson per week in Russian, and then another one in Turkish, even just for speaking. So that when I get to Turkey, which I'm planning to, hopefully this spring, still need to figure out the visa situation, but hopefully this spring it'll work out that I can go to Turkey and I'll already have reviewed everything that I need to for that. So let's see. We'll go back down here and I'll show you my course. Okay, so we'll turn this around. So I think that this is the absolute best website to learn Russian from, honestly, especially with all of the nuances in grammar. It is wonderful. I think I have to log in here. So give me a second. You guys can see my face while I log in here. And it'll give you, once you log in, access to a student account. And then I'll turn back here because after you log in, this is what you see. So they have great courses all down here, also amazing, absolutely amazing books for drilling your grammar because you really need that, especially in Russian. But where was I looking at? No, not products. So go here, student access. And again, this is the course that if you do all 150 videos, each of them are between 20 to 40 minutes long, then you will be at a solid B1. So I'm pretty sure it's the Russian video course. So since I've already signed up for it, by the way, they still have a promo because this is usually 29.90 euros per month, but I got it as a discount for learning in the new year for only 9.90 €9.90 per month. So it is definitely it's definitely on sale. So highly recommend. In fact, I'm going to try to see if you guys are actually really interested in seeing how to get that discount. Because again, I mean, this is all that I'm going to use for improving Russian and really refreshing it. Then let's see where I put it. Maybe right here. Oh, and if I can't find it, then I'll figure out something else. I think hold on, you guys, let me look for this because it's going to drive me crazy if I can't find the discount code. But I wonder if it's in another email that I have. Let's see. Or I may have already deleted the email. Let's see if I can see it in here. Hopefully I have not permanently deleted it. Okay, anyways, while I am looking for this, oh, here it is. Okay, so let me show you this email because I'm pretty sure that this discount, you can still apply it if you want to learn Russian like I am. So what I have here is I am subscribed to their email list, so you can get what I am about to use, their video course, for that discounted price. You just use course 2025 and then you can get it. I am planning to finish this in about 3 months, again, because I'm not starting from level 0 in Russian. I am just really refreshing the language. But if you have no knowledge of Russian at all, this is also an amazing course. So highly recommend. Anyways, I am going to go back over here and we will set ourselves back up here because for Russian, I think I'm only going to do an hour and then I'm going to have lunch before I do Turkish and do all my other errands for today. So what I'm planning to do is usually I can get through 2 videos in the span of 1 hour. So we will see about that. But again, let me know if you guys are doing any Russian, anyone who is joining just recently, if this is our first time seeing each other in the new year, Happy New Year. Do let me know that you're here. I love to see who is all in the comments. And of course, you can ask me, feel free to ask me anything as well. But yeah, let's get started. Here we go. And again, as I told you guys before, since I do have handwritten notes, I always look over them and I read them back aloud. So let's see what I did. Полоток есть объект. Твердый знак, мягкий знак. Въезд, объект, день, страницы, шаг, шкаф, полоток, ш, иш,
Можно еще? Можно еще кофе? Можно еще вопрос? Здравствуйте. Здравствуйте. Как ваша фамилия? Как ваше отчество? Нет отчества. Моя коллега, мой коллега. Как у вас дела? А у вас? Как вас зовут? А вас? Извини. Ничего. Собака. Давайте познакомимся. Давай познакомимся. Муж, бабушка, дедушка, дядя, тетя, внук, внучка, племянник, племянница. Учится, кто ты по профессии. Я по профессии инженер, инженер, завод, секретарь, посольство, официант, официантка, гид, посол, продавец, почтальон, учитель, учительница, преподаватель, преподаватель в университете, в школе, профессия. Слава. Ой, ты перевод.
All right, you guys, I'm coming back to check some of our chat here. Eki, welcome. Bienvenida. And I wonder, does your paper have any lines or do you just use printer paper? I always use lines just because I cannot write in a straight line. But I have used printer paper before. It just depends on what you like. Zach said, what should I learn between Korean, Mandarin, and Russian? That would be interesting to find out what you're planning to do with them. That would be the first thing. There's a lot I could say to that, but with only a sentence, it's hard to navigate around. But I like your choices, and I also love that you're learning Russian. Again, highly recommend if you are working up to a B1 level in Russian, Zach, to check out the website that I am using currently. Yes, Just Boo said Russian is incredibly fun to learn. Yes, I agree. I'm having a lot of fun reviewing it currently. Oh, Eki, see? Estás aprendiendo el inglés. Muy bien. 1 hora y media. Sí, no es nada malo. Estás muy disciplinado. And then Just Boo said, yep, exactly, you guys. If you are studying with me as well, let me know. And I have about 30 more minutes for Russian, and I'm still on just second video, so we'll see how much I finish. But again, oh, someone just wrote in Russian. Oh, let's see if I can understand it. Okay. Приветствую. Мы любим всех, кто учит наш язык. Успехов вам в этом деле. Я в вас верю. Мы учим свой русский язык в школах. Gosh, I always forget numbers. Один something лет по 5 раз в неделю. Так что он сложен даже для носителей. Oh, yes. Yes, Nexus, thank you. Yes. Yeah. And I understood everything you said there. Yeah. Forgot some of the numbers. I forgot how to say 11, but that's okay. I also had to review how to say 11 in Arabic today, so that is just fine. But thank you, and thank you for your reassurance. It is quite a involved language. I would love, oh yes, 11. I hope my, what is it? Udarение. I hope my emphasis on the word is correct. Yes, 11 лет. По 5 раз. Also, it is so fascinating to me that you have to change the form of the numbers depending on the case. Yeah, very interesting. Yes, Just Boo, thank you. I'm glad I can motivate someone today, hopefully. Yeah, but I wrote down a note that, I mean, this is like my third day getting back into Russian, but like I really need to drill. I know it's written backwards, but I do need to drill just making simple plural forms of nominative nouns, right? A lot of grammar talk here, but that is just something that I was watching in the video from Red Kalinka that I'm using right now. And it is quite a review. So I couldn't skip through the video that time. I had to watch. Oh, thank you, Nexus. Thank you. I absolutely love Russian pronunciation so much. Like I feel like a Russian spy or something, that I could do anything and get away with it. That's how I feel. If we're talking about different personalities, I guess it's not a different personality, but it is a different feeling that I get when I'm talking that instead of German, for example. I actually had some of my very first conversations in Russian in person at the Polyglot Gathering back in May, and it was the absolute best thing. I think pronunciation for Russian is one of my strong strengths, and all the forms and everything in all the cases is weak. But with Red Kalinka, with the program I'm using now, it will definitely improve. Jessica asked, when you take notes, what's your process for review and testing your knowledge? So the only reason that I am taking notes, literally pen to paper and just writing it as if it were a book, is because I know that there is a limit to it. If I were just not going anywhere this year, I didn't have any sort of certain goals, then I probably would not write down all of my notes on paper like a book, because it can get really crowded and that really overwhelms me if I see it too much. But I know for at least these next 3 months, that's the limit that I'm going to give myself for reaching my goals with certain programs and getting to a certain level in each program. And that's where I'm going to keep all of these notes, especially because I'm mainly just reviewing everything. If this were all new knowledge, I would probably put a lot more things in my flashcards online, so that I could shuffle things up a lot better. But since it's just review, that's why I literally just pick a program, go in order, and then write down all of my notes that I think are helpful for me. For example, for Russian, I wish I could write in cursive, but that is not my objective for the year. So it's all in regular writing. But I am, yeah, I mean, even just the differences, mixing up babushka, diedushka, tya, tya, I mean, like writing little, all of my artwork here, which is great. All of my students that I teach languages to appreciate all of my artwork. And then just, some of the reviewing some of the conjugations down here. I mean, it's all review. And again, it's not categorized under anything because it's literally going with whatever the videos tell me. So I would not recommend this for myself again if I did not put a time limit on it, because there's only so much review that I can go through just shuffling through notes. But for 3 months and mainly review, it's a great way for me to catch up alongside eventually taking probably one speaking class per week in each language so that I can practice. Oh, someone wrote to me in Arabic. Marhaba. Marhaba, ahla wa sahla, Anna. But yes, Just Boo, I hope that answered your question. Yes, Nexus. Русская музыка очень помогает в изучении языка. Yes. Actually, Nexus, if you have any artists to recommend me, because right now I'm only listening to Igor Krid, I think, just because I found one of his most popular music videos was recommended to me on YouTube. However, I would love more recommendations because I literally don't know. So maybe this is something where I need to go to Spotify and I need to look up the Russian top 40 in their country. At least that's what I do for Spanish and German and French to find out new music. But please recommend me any new songs, artists that you like, because I definitely need more. All right, you guys, I am returning to my reviewing of professions in Russian. But again, send all the rest of your questions, comments in our chat. I'll get back to you in about, when is my study session over? Well, since I've been talking so much, let's say in about 30 minutes, I will be back.
Продавец, работаю в магазине. А это мои родители. Мой отец инженер. Он работает на заводе, а моя мать преподаватель. Она работает в университете. А это моя тетя Лена. Она врач и работает в больнице. А это мои братья Антон и Саша. Они не работают, они учатся в школе. Это мои друзья, моя подруга Таня и мой друг Миша. Таня работает и учится. Она учится в институте и работает в ресторане. Таня официантка, а Миша работает в музее. Он гид. А ты работаешь или учишься? Кто ты по профессии? Где ты работаешь? Я училась в университете. Где ты работаешь? Где они учатся? В школе. Мы работаем в магазине. Вы работаете в банке. Ты учишься в университете. Где она учится? В университете. В институте. Мы работаем в посольстве. Меня зовут Антон, я студент, я учусь в университете, институт. Это мой друг Саша. Он тоже студент. Он учится в университете. Его подруга Таня работает на почте. На почте. Моя подруга Наташа работает в банке. Мой отец работает в посольстве, а моя мать работает в газете. А моя сестра работает в магазине, а ее муж работает в ресторане. Мои братья работают в фирме. Мой племянник работает в больнице. Мой дядя работает на заводе, а моя тетя работает в музее. Кто Иван по профессии? Иван почтальон. Почтальон. Где работает Иван? Он работает на почте. Антон журналист? Нет, он не журналист, а врач. Где работает Катя? Катя работает в институте. Где работают Дима и Наташа. Они работают в ресторане. Где Дима и Наташа по профессии? Они повары, официантки. Где работает Антон? Он работает в больнице. Кто журналист? Лена журналист. Где работает Лена? Лена работает в газете. Его гид. Моя школа. Твой ресторан. Их переводчик. Ее учитель. Нас повар. Вас зовут мой юрист. Ее врач. Нас посольство. Наше посольство. Твой банк. Их инженер. Ваша профессия. Латина. courage. And Мы живем в Москве. Здравствуйте, меня зовут Антонио. Моя фамилия Лопес. По национальности я испанец. По профессии я переводчик. Сейчас я живу в России. Я работаю в посольстве в Москве. Моя жена и мои дети сейчас тоже живут в Москве. Моя жена работает в университете. Она преподаватель, а мои дети учатся в школе. Раньше мы жили в Мадриде. Мадрид – это большой и красивый город, но мой родной город – Саламанка. Саламанка – это маленький, старый и очень красивый город. Мои родители живут в Саламанке. А это мой друг Иван. Он тоже работает в посольстве. По национальности Иван русский. По профессии он экономист. Сейчас Иван и его семья живут в Москве. Его жена повар. Она работает в ресторане. Это новый и очень красивый ресторан. А раньше они жили в Санкт-Петербурге. Санкт-Петербург – их родной город. Я тоже был в Санкт-Петербурге. Это большой, старый и очень красивый город. А где ты живешь? Какой твой родной город? Где ты жил раньше? Педро живет в Испании, в Мадриде. Ван живет в Китае, в Пекине. В Пекине. Я живу в США, в Нью-Йорке. Вы живете в Англии, в Лондоне. Мы живем в Италии, в Риме. Он живет в Германии, в Берлине. Они живут в Мексике, в Мексике. Ты живешь во Франции, в Париже. Лина по национальности русская. Она живет в России, ее родной город Москва. Антонио по национальности испанец. Он живет в Испании, его родной город Salamanca. Ганс по национальности немец. Он живет в Германии, его родной город Берлин. Синтия по национальности американка. Ее родной город Нью-Йорк. Он живет в США. Джон по национальности англичанин. Его родной город Лондон. Он живет в Англии. Красивая жена. Старая почта. Родной город. Новый завод. Русские студенты. Американские банки. Большие университеты. Красивая деревня. Маленькая ферма. Новый друг. Старые друзья. Испанское посольство. Маленькие страны. Твои студенты, твой город, твое имя. Твоя деревня. Наши города. Ты учишься раньше.
Okay, guys, I have finished another. Well, hold on, let me back up. My head is working like overtime. Because for the ones who just joined, I have been pretty much doing 2 hours of Arabic and then 2 hours mainly of review for Russian. So let me back up a second. So yes, thank you, Nexus, for all of your recommendations for Russian music. I definitely copied and pasted that and will search all of those on Spotify. Hopefully that'll help anyone else who is looking for some good Russian music. And then my language diaries, thank you so much for this live. It is the first time I see a study live related to languages and I love it. Oh, well, I'm so glad. We have been going for almost 4 hours, which is so weird for me to say that. I literally have not been able to sit down and just study languages like this, and it feels tiring for my brain, but it feels really, really good. And I'm eternally grateful for being able to have the time commitment to do this. This is not what my life looked like for the last 3 years. I had a normal 9 to 5 job. I came home every day really, really tired, kind of just not doing anything related to languages, not really doing something that I loved, and everything was in English. So I didn't even get to use any languages on the job. And now I have a lot more flexibility in what I do. I have a lot more room to connect with you guys in the way that I want to. I'm not sure if you guys had seen the update video of how I was really feeling after giving up the jobs. I also got out of a really serious relationship more in September before I had gone to Peru and made that spontaneous trip. I moved out of the apartment that I was at to move back with my family and really discovering what brings me joy, which that is language learning. That is all of these notes from all of this. And I have already done 2 languages, and I am very, very proud of that. If I could do this every day, I would absolutely love to. But again, I don't think that is going to happen, and that is totally okay. Again, I think that the fact that I am wanting to study languages like so much for hours a day is because I just didn't have any of that. And I didn't take advantage of that for a really long time. So again, just eternally grateful. And again, a reminder to everyone who may not have the same life circumstances as me to review all of these wonderful languages, actually go to in-person courses for months on end, which is really what I want to do for this year. It is okay because I am in a very different life season compared to where I was before. And maybe I'm in a really different life season than you are right now, and that is perfectly fine. It's really going to depend on, or really that life season, right? That's going to really determine what we can dedicate to our languages. And I always, besides helping you guys, motivate you for whatever I'm doing here with my own language learning, I do want to remind everyone of that really mindfulness component and being self-compassionate with ourselves, right? Because this is not doable even for me, even with more time that I have every single day, even though I kind of wish it was, but it's not. And this is just a really special time in my life where I have a lot of time to dedicate to languages again, and also to reconnect with you guys because I know that I will not be making consistent videos. And I say that word twice because it's really emphasized. I know that I won't be able to have time to make more long form videos a lot. I mean, consistently, like every week, like I wanted to do for a while. I'm still editing what I would like to bring to the channel, more of a cinematic style sort of reflection video for my trip to Peru that really helped me with my motivation to boost my level in Spanish, which it feels really weird to be speaking so much English right now. I kind of miss speaking Spanish. So I'll return to that later today. But it has been amazing to be able to just do this today, share this moment with you guys. I do want to do some of these, if I can, just once per week, even if I'm not uploading a regular long form video. these are going to be still recorded. So I do hope that you, if you can, just join me, pop in. You don't have to stay for the whole time, but I do want to make these longer lives where I really can study my languages and just enjoy. So yeah, much appreciation for your appreciation and gratitude. Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Just Boo. Yes, I always make sure to include that because by doing this, right, by doing even 3 hours, 4 hours a day, which is ideally what I can include with my more time that I have. Again, I want to make it clear, like I used to try to dedicate a lot of time to language learning out of the pure hustle mindset, as in being driven so much by being desperate to get to the end goal, right? And now, I'm essentially doing the same thing, right? Dedicating around the same time, but I'm having so much more joy doing it. I absolutely love reviewing. I love going back to level A1 and just reviewing how to make plurals again and remembering how to say cardinal numbers in Arabic again, right? All of this, it has brought me so much joy, and I retain naturally a lot more than I know, compared to if I were just coming from a really desperate, hustling place. Oh, I've got to study this long because it's my absolute obligation and I have to do this and this and this, and I'm stressing myself out, right? So it's just been a lot for me to get to this point, a decade. But again, that's what I love to help you guys do, is find that same joy and confidence, so that you really can enjoy the journey. And again, have confidence that lasts, right? Not just confidence that just falls to the side after maybe one day or after you're disappointed in something in your language learning, right? There's always a way. And that is actually what I'm working on for developing some more workshops that I can bring you guys into, that deals more with more of the mental barrier, emotional barrier aspect of language learning. Because that still is the closest to my heart in terms of how I talk about languages and how I talk about language learning and what I advocate for. So again, as I kind of figure out what is authentic to me to bring to the channel in terms of content, because I definitely didn't feel as authentic with what I was doing before, even though the channel has grown doing that kind of stuff. It's just not, I know that it's not aligned for me. And I'm so grateful to have had the space to take time away from social media and take a trip to Peru, speak Spanish, fall in love with language learning again, and bring you guys really what you guys deserve, which is me coming from a more authentic place in regards to talking about my own language learning journey, but also helping you guys rediscover yours, igniting more of the passion for your own kind of learning. Hello, Vladdy. So nice to see you. I am going to hop off, but I hope I can be back because I'm really not going anywhere these next few months. So I hope I can come back and do another live with you guys, study very, very soon. In fact, next week. But feel free to review, see all that I did. Very proud of my second. These are all the notes that I took for the second session for Russian, and I am going to do some more Turkish, but that is going to be just for me, also for Spanish, because I find it to be like going in and out of studying one language, really focusing on it, and then talking to you guys. It can be a lot for my brain sometimes, so I think I'm gonna leave the other two languages for next time. But thank you guys for spending like 4 hours with me today, talking about languages, studying languages. It was great. And definitely leave your comments below if you do enjoy this kind of live. If you want to, if you have any other suggestions, whoops, there's my alarm. If you have any other suggestions for what you would like to see on the channel, again, I am really wanting to bring, because I talk so much about the emotional and mental barrier side of language learning, I really want to have some of the same messaging going on that you've seen in my previous videos, but really bring more of a cinematic look and feel to each of my videos, which is obviously going to take a long time. So that's why I'm not uploading as much, but at least with these lives, it's something that I can stay consistent with, something that will help you guys stay consistent. It's just a fun thing to get the community caught up to. Yeah, Jalen, I'm really glad you caught the stream too. I don't know if I'm going to do it like every specific day, on a specific day every week, but I do plan to do it every week, especially with these study sessions. And because, I hope I can stay consistent outside of these lives for studying my languages. So I'll be able to catch you up on a lot of things besides that. Yes, Vladi, super budu ždať следующего онлайне и новых видео на канале. Yes, definitely, Vladimir. Thank you so much for hopping in at the last second. Always appreciate you guys here, even though I can't see your faces, but glad you can see mine, and we will see each other again very soon in another live. Bye.